Next, let's queer up the worldview. Pope Francis meets queer activists of Africa and once again denounces anti-LGBTQ laws. Pope Francis met with two prominent queer activists from Africa at the Vatican on Tuesday, extending his support amidst rising anti-LGBTQ sentiment in the region. Claire Bayurugaba of Chapter 4 Uganda and Ebenezer Piga from Rightify Ghana were the distinguished guests. Bayurugaba, who also founded P-Flag Uganda, shared a photo on Twitter of herself with the Pope. Bayurugaba briefed Francis on the devastating impact of Uganda's anti-LGBTQ laws, including the severe Anti-Homosexuality Act, enacted by President Yoweri Museveni in 2023. She quoted Francis reaffirming that, quote, discrimination is a sin and violence against LGBTQ communities is unacceptable, end quote. Francis also met with Piga, discussing the escalating criminalization of queer individuals in Africa. Rightify Ghana expressed its gratitude for the Pope's progressive stance, highlighting his opposition to violence and discrimination. Its statement said, quote, Pope Francis encouraged us to keep fighting for your rights, and that's exactly what we will do, end quote. In earlier comments, Francis condemned laws that criminalize homosexuality as unjust, reinforcing his stance during a press conference on his plane from South Sudan. His position contrasts sharply with recent developments in Africa, where some countries like Burkina Faso and Ghana are moving toward stricter anti-LGBTQ laws, while others like Angola and Seychelles have decriminalized consensual same-sex relations. The Pope's meeting with these activists underscores his continued advocacy for LGBTQ rights amid global struggles against discrimination. Well, this is beautiful, and this is the most progressive Pope that we have seen so far, using his platform for something that is beautiful because it's so strategic how these two activists are using their platform. By meeting with the Pope, this is basically, we know that anti-LGBTQ laws and homophobia usually stem from some sort of religious bigotry. Mm-hmm. So in order to go to one of the highest, whatever you want to titled people in the land when it comes down to religion, it really says a lot to the people who stand for this type of bigotry. Like, it really says something really big. Like, the Pope is on our side, so that's damn near Jesus. Like, like, come on now. Mm-hmm. And I love that he's calling sin against violence and hatred. Like, that is the sin. Yeah. It is not the LGBTQ. It's not the being homosexual. It is, the sin is the violence. The sin is the hatred. And I love this. This is a beautiful story.
You know, LGBTQ plus people are being criminalized and punished, you know, and these places, and this is so important, right? This is so important. This meeting is so important because people's lives are literally on the line for just being their authentic selves, right? But my feelings are hurt, right? And I am that drama queen, right? I'm still hurt by Popey. You know, he calls us faggots and then he does something nice. You know what I mean? I need more of this. I need more of this. Yes, you are the most progressive Pope that we've had. Yes, you know, and I know Catholic old ladies that, like, if the Pope doesn't say it, it didn't happen, right? You know, so it is, but I'm still hurt, but I'm still hurt by that.
He has sent some mixed signals, but it's been, you get here, oh, don't take it back. So it's been a little bit of give and take. But yeah, I'm still bothered by what goes on in the Catholic Church with all the abuse of young, mainly boys, and what all that's overlooked and paid for and, you know, paid away and all that. So I'm still, it just makes me crazy angry about that. But it is a positive step, as you say, and he does have great power. He wields great power, and amongst a large population, he is about next kin to Jesus. You're right.
Yeah.
And on that same day, on that, I think it was Tuesday of last week, he also met with Uganda gay rights activists. which is, I mean, a place that you have got to watch in the world when it comes to what's going on with LGBTQ folks. They have an anti-homosexuality act that's basically called the Kill Gays
Oh my God.
law. And it's been acted upon. So this is the first time that he's ever done that, spoken to someone from Uganda about LGBTQ rights. But I'm also a little bit on your guys' side too, in saying, if you really want to help, make a stand and stop calling homosexuality a sin. Because you just called violence a sin, to your point, Jamal, but you also just equivocated it to being gay. And that's not the case at all. So I think
words
trying
matter
to kind of flirt with these two definitions. You're trying, but it's not enough.
I mean, the church here is trying to, it's a marketing strategy. Let's call it what it is.
Wow.
Totally, it is.
It's a marketing strategy. It's it's to our benefit, the marketing strategy. And of course, call out the bullshit as well. I'm not Catholic or a Christian by no means, but I really, if we can continue to add the pressure for these types of marketing campaigns, whatever they may be, to come out, then let's take the win as a win and run with it, like we're doing right now, telling these stories. But yeah, to y'all point, I mean, I'm not Christian, so
Yeah. But what's the saying? There's a follow the money. And we know the money is at the Vatican. That's where the money is. I mean, that's why popes can't get married, because of the money.
Yeah.
I mean, it's all about the money. Yeah. So when you say a marketing plan, it's totally what it is. So follow the money. We need to at least get them on our side. And that's a step in the right direction.
Edward?
To be honest, religion has never really resonated with me because of where I grew up, too. I was confirmed as a Protestant, but later on, my family, after they separated my parents, they both became Catholic. So I was very confused as a child in terms of religion. And it even made it more confusing as I learned about Catholicism and their views on homosexuality, which really made me turn my whole perspective on my family, saying, well, how are you embracing this religion and leaving me in the dust, sort of say. So, I mean, it shows that, this new pope is definitely on the right track, but there's a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
It's you got to walk, when what is it? Walk the walk or talk the walk.
Walk the talk. We know what you mean. Yeah, that one.
Something like that.
Yeah, you can't meet with these people and then talk about LGBTQ plus rights and then have a backroom meeting where you call us faggots. You know what I mean? Like you can't. You know what I mean? So, and again, it's the freaking Pope, right? So we're happy with crumbs. He's giving us freaking crumbs.
Yeah.
And we're happy with it because we're
with your purse on fire.
we're so marginalized when it comes to religion, folks. We just are. So we're like, oh, the Pope's talking about us. Yay!
Yeah, not every place is Sunshine Cathedral or Unity on the Bay.
No.
Right.
Which is a completely different thing.
No.
Right.
Yeah. Completely.
He's used to handing out little pieces of bread.
Right.